I'm a very angry woman that this medicine have destroyed my health.
Each year, toxic side effects from prescription medicines injure tens of thousands of Americans. And sometimes it becomes big news.
Tonight, one of the most popular drugs taken for allergies
is being pulled off the shelves in the U.S.
Since 1997, over a dozen drugs had to be taken off the market because of severe side effects.
Off the market.
Pulled from the market.
FDA administrators say these problems could not have been prevented.
At the time a drug is approved, we don't have all the information that we would like to have.
Off the market.
off the market.
But is there pressure on the FDA staff to allow dangerous drugs on the market?
I was told very explicitly, don't write in your review that you're recommending against approval.
Tonight, Frontline investigates the integrity of our drug safety system.
I think Americans need to recognize that every time they put a pill in their mouth, especially a new pill that they've never taken before, it's an experiment.
Dr. Raymond Woosley runs a national center to study the side effects of drugs at the University of Arizona College of Medicine.
Morning.
He worries that most people don't understand how much about new drugs is unknown.
When a drug goes on the market, only about 3,000 patients have ever been given that drug. We will never know all the toxicity that can occur, especially the 1 in 10,000 or the 1 in 20,000 that could be seriously harmed.
The cholesterol-lowering drug Baycol is being pulled off the market.
It's been linked to 31 deaths in the U.S. from muscle destruction.
Under pressure from the FDA, Bayer voluntarily took Baycol off the market in August 2001, 2 years after first getting reports there might be problems with the drug. David Archer was one of many patients put on the new Baycol 0.8 dosage. He also was switched over from Lipitor, and his wife Lucy remembers that her husband was in excellent health until he began taking Baycol.
David was always very active. He would chop trees, he would do a lot of things. But then as he was taking the Baycol, I noticed as we walked especially, he would complain about his toes, then he would complain about the calf, his legs, and then his muscles and the back. Finally, it got so that he just couldn't seem to bend over to put his socks on and shoes. And no way had I ever thought that this Baycol was doing this. He took it October, November, and December. He was gone. He should have never died.
Lucy Archer's husband died more than 5 months after Bayer had strong indications their drug might be less safe than Lipitor. Bayer declined Frontline's request for an interview to explain why the company continued selling Baycol despite the safety concerns. The Baycol story reveals how dependent the FDA is on information supplied by drug companies.
The FDA is wholly dependent on trust, on trusting that the company is providing all the truth all the time, that the company is not hiding information, that the company is not covering up information, the company is not changing information.
Dr. Leo Lutwak, a retired FDA drug reviewer, says reliance on companies was central to the biggest disaster in the agency's history.
I felt it was an open-shut case. This was a dangerous group of drugs with very little, if any, benefit, and that they should be immediately removed from the market, removed from use, discontinued, disappear. Well, that didn't happen. I became disturbed. I became concerned about the system. I became concerned about the drug company's role in this, and I was particularly concerned with the potential effect on the thousands or millions of people who would be using the drug.
With nearly 300,000 MedWatch reports coming in every year, and over 3,000 drugs on the market to monitor, some critics say the job is just too overwhelming for the small staff here.
The number of people hired at the agency to protect, to analyze data on drug safety is criminal.
Dr. Woosley was a top candidate to head up the FDA last year and believes safety should be a much higher priority at the agency.
The teams that are needed to do drug safety are infinitely more than what they've got right now. We don't have a safety system in this country.